want to be looking after this planet, we really do need to be thinking about what we're eating.
We need 10 calories of oil to make 1 calorie of food.
A very large proportion of today's urban population around the world are squatting.
If you bring amazing people together who are fearless, you can encourage other people to be fearless too. For us here with the Sukkah, I have taken over a space to bring many different types of people together to build a symbol of Jewish heritage, experiment around subjects that sometimes people find difficult to talk about. I mean, if you're thinking about food activism, urbanism, migration, faith, these often feel like very heavy issues. But the reality is they are all around us every day.
What's your involvement in the project?
Well, I guess I was the project lead. I guess I had an agenda because I really wanted to look at kind of food security and urban agriculture and questions about the link between food and oil. And when we started to talk about the Sukkah, it just seemed like a perfect platform for that, of sort of imagining a utopian community or imagining a world without oil, or maybe as kind of a base camp where we could strategize of how to deal with it.
For me, and as an organization, it was interesting and important to bring people together and experiment in what it's like to come together and do a project like this. But more importantly, I think bringing people together from different faiths to build something gives them something tangible to look at.
We're pruning trees, isn't it? That's what we do with the tree unit. We cut that this morning.
Thomas explained what was required. You know, it's a good idea that you can use it, the material, yeah? So the twigs and branches are from Springfield Park.
Yeah.
And the mulch, all the bark chip, comes from the Hackney tree unit.
Yeah.
And all the pallets are from Dawson Market.
The entire thing is made with pallets, but then it's going to be kind of decorated and made warmer through other materials. The roof is basically all of these strings, but all these strings would then be woven with different types of twigs and branches and everything like that, which is sort of a traditional material for the roof. It has to be materials that have grown from the earth but are no longer attached to the earth.
So. You can build it on the back of a camel.
Yes.
You can build it in a tree but not under a tree.
Yes.
The ceiling has to create more shade than light, but you have to be able to see the stars through it. The ceiling has to be built out of natural products but nothing edible, and no kitchen utensils.
Part of the mosque's interfaith dialogue with all members of the community and of different religious groups, you know, it's interested in having a dialogue with members of the Jewish community, the Christian community, the Buddhist community, so that's why the mosque is a supporter of the East London Sukkah. It gives us an opportunity to find out more about the Jewish faith and the festivity of Sukkot. I don't know if sukkahs are usually decorated with fabrics or textiles, I'm not sure, but hopefully it will add a nice touch to the sukkahs.
When the Jewish people lived in the desert for 40 years, they dwelled in huts. And our hut is a little bit like that. And the idea of the sukkah is that you feel a bit protected, because you've got the green roof, but not too protected, because the sun still comes in and the rain comes in, as we can see. So this is just a way to remind us how fragile we really are for a week. And for a week, we traditionally have all our meals, singing, and we invite people in to enjoy and have fun together.
This idea of a sukkah is a temporary home, so it's to do with a dwelling that keeps on changing. So I thought maybe you guys can help us do some kind of signs to welcome people.
What is that?
This is me, mostly, without a top. But this is like strength. And all this food, as you can see, gives me the strength.
I like pizza, so then I drew pizza. That's my favourite drink, Coke, so then I just do a can of Coke, and there's McDonald's as well.
I don't know any sukkah.
I'm sure there are somewhere.
It's really famous. All the Romanian Jews play it. Goes like this.
We are, yeah, we're having...
And why are you photographing the sukkah?
So I like sukkahs.
Have you photographed many sukkahs?
Not really. No. Actually, they are photographing them, not the sukkah. The sukkah's on the background, but it's out of focus.
I have to show one with Easton. I'll call him here. Easton!
So what are you doing?
I'm making patties. These are actually not patties, they're called cutlets. I think it's very hard sometimes in London to eat ethically. Yeah, sometimes there's too many barriers, people, but to be conscious of it and to be aware of it's really important.
I think I was at school cafeteria, when you get served some food and you're like, I wonder where that came from and how much preparation and how far did that travel. It's a very simple talk on teaching you the basic understanding from farm to fork and understanding how much energy and how complex food can be.
So, Fear Not Bombs is a group that tries to take food that would otherwise be thrown away by businesses, take it and cook it.
Plain Stupid started in 2005 and it's a direct action network and a lot to do with kind of creative, art-based solutions to raise the public consciousness on environmental issues and aviation's impact.
Probably as an individual, the biggest single thing you can do to reduce your own carbon footprint is to give up flights.
Guerrilla gardening is about gardening on land that isn't yours and just going and doing it without asking. So typically it's public land, and typically it's neglected, as in, you know, the official landowner isn't really doing much with it.
Primarily it is about, for me, animal welfare. As far as a vegan, we eschew all animal products, so that means no butter, no dairy products, no eggs. We don't have any honey because it comes from bees. We have non-leather footwear, non-leather belts. I don't wear wool, I wear synthetic material.
I assume my stuff is going to be safe here.
Sukkot is about a community who are wandering, who have been freed from one kind of slavery and don't want to kind of get embedded in another kind of slavery. If we can re-engage with our kind of marginal perspective, it seems to me that we then regain a solidarity with other people who are on the margins of society.
I converted to Judaism, and I think when you convert to Judaism, you get an interesting perspective in the way that other people inside the Jewish community will enforce on you what it means to be Jewish.
We've got to be very careful of not to put people in a box based on a faith, because that's what's happening all over the world these days. You know, it's like you can't just say a Jew is like this. You know, that's take it or leave it. You know, and it's not a monolithic group, nor are the Muslims a monolithic group. It's more of a mosaic. You know.
The really interesting question is what is it to be Jewish? Is it a framework of thinking, or is it this, someone mentioned a sort of ethnicity, a shared history, or that sort of thing? They're all different things.
It's incredibly hard. They keep moving, animals. Well, the pigs don't. They're pretty. They actually have food. They just sit on their bellies. So what do you guys like?
What are you drawing?
I'm drawing some fruit.
What kind of food do you usually like?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Me personally, I like chicken, rice, things like that.
What are you drawing?
A rabbit.
Why are you drawing a rabbit?
Because I like rabbits.
Well, this guy standing under a tree, waiting for the rain to stop, and an apple just falling down from the tree.
Have you eaten rabbits?
No, I'm a vegetarian.
Okay, so to you it's very important.
Yeah, animals are really important.
Yeah. And the chicken that you eat comes from where does it come from?
Sainsbury's, Tesco's,
Sainsbury's,
Asda.
Are you a vegetarian?
No, I'm afraid not.
Do you eat fish?
Sometimes, yeah.
Fish tastes nice. It's hard to give it up.
Yeah, it's about health. It's not to be, I'm vegetarian and part of the collective energy of vegetarianism. No, it's just personal. If you want to live long, you got to eat good.
I'm sure a lot of these people are very passionate about their religion. I'm assuming it's to do with Jewish people and stuff. So I thought I'd do a very kind-hearted symbol of Star of David, but in fruit.
What was the instructions for the drawing?
Well, they did say it's related to faith or nature, but I just decided to go with nature because I think it's easier to draw something.
But there are different type of faith. You have churches, you have mosques, and then you have places, and you have synagogues, and you have nightclubs that have been turned into churches overnight.
Faith has a lot of different points of view. It's not just one specific thing, whereas nature is just the trees or the flowers or whatever. I mean, with faith, you might want to portray different kinds of stuff, and I mean, with nature, I just think it's more straightforward.
Does faith play any part in your life?
Well, I'm not religious, but you can have faith in anything, can't you? Really, you can have faith in music, faith in art,
faith in people. Yeah.
What I need you guys to say with me is beautiful, and you know that you are. Beautiful, and you know that you are. Beautiful, and you know that you are. Fourth time, you're a star. Say it with me. Beautiful, and you know that you are. Beautiful, and you know that you are. You're so beautiful, and you know that you are. Fourth time, you're a star. When I say love to, you say love, love to, love to. When I say
a city like London, we're often isolated in our own flats and we're protected from the elements. But when you come into this space, everyone sort of bands together and there's this spirit of...
provides a space in which you can emotionally be of comfort to everyone.
Having something that's fragile bands people together, makes people work together a bit more than something that if you just live in a solid house, those walls can perhaps become boundaries between you and others.
I love colours, I love the way my heart thinks and my brain follows. I love how my heart strings sings violins and play concertos over vibes mellow. I love to love me, although it hasn't always been, but now I love to wrap myself free. I love those who tried but didn't make it, learning to love myself in the mirror naked. I love the feeling of prayer, feeling of the morning air, new senses to surpass all defects. I love the sublime, in love with the present time. I love she who birthed me, she is the F to me. I'm in love and I love to love, see. I'm in love and I love to love, see. I'm in love and I love to love, see. I'm in love and I love to love, see. I'm in love and I love to love, see. I'm in love and I love to love, see. Yeah, I'm in love and I love to love, cause I'm in love, yeah, yeah. When I say love to you, say love, love to. Thank you. Love to. These guys are incredible. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you to all the organisers. Thank you, Crown and Camilla.
Thank you to the person who made the soup.
Yeah. Thank you to the soup maker.